Right now, sales pressure being released in Bitcoin. And what does that mean for you as a trader? Also, we're going to show you one key mistake that a lot of traders make, especially when they're new to crypto. And so make sure you watch this video to the very end because it could make you a lot of money. Of course, this is not financial advice. Do your own due diligence. But Michael, let's talk about Bitcoin and what's happening.
Well, we got rejected at this strong resistance, which I've mentioned many times in the previous videos. And then this line was sort of supporting it. You can see there was many supports along the way, right? And now it broke that. And the question is, well, where's it going to go, right? So, and should you sell your Bitcoin? Should you be concerned? Well, I did say if you wanted to play safe, that you should have sold yesterday and the day before, right? I've been saying, so if you want to play it safe, sell it at the resistance, because if it gets rejected, the risk goes up. But what is the risk? Let's start with that question. So step one, I always estimate the risk. So we are still above the bull market support band, right? So the risk is not as high if we don't break this yellow line here. So I would say the risk is moderate, right? It's low when it goes higher, right? But it's moderate when it goes and retest the line, right? Because if it breaks this bull support, like let's look at it from a weekly point, it'll be more clear to you. Now let's get rid of all that. If it breaks this, right, then it will be very bearish. So it needs to bounce on it. The worst case I would like to see right now, and it doesn't mean I'm right, is a bounce. If it does not bounce and breaks it, then in that case, I may start exiting some of my trades. But I'm a cash positive, so I may not. All right. It just, yeah. I wouldn't exit all my trades, but I may, get out of some. Let's put it that way. Because as we saw that the altcoins are doing well right now, it's because we're above the bull support band. Yeah. So that's the first thing. So assess what the risk is, but then we need to look at where is it going to go, right? So as I said yesterday, there is a good chance that if it goes below the RSI on the 4 hours, so step two, what is the RSI telling us? And yesterday we talked about a bearish divergence, and this is all just a trend, a short-term trend change. So I'm looking for Bitcoin to go below the 1 hour, but that's not enough as an indicator. What we need to see is we need to see also bouncing on a strong support, and this is a pretty strong support at that price. Why is it a strong support? Because we have support here. Okay, so we have support right here. Then we have support here and a whole bunch there. So we have support here as well. So yeah, it's a fairly strong support. So the odds of it bouncing off of it are fairly high, right? So step two, what is the RSI telling us? Well, it's about to go below the 1 hour. And is there a support to back that bounce? And there is. So we want to think of this as a rubber ball. If we get enough support, we will bounce, right? And then we will go back up to retest this resistance. What was support now becomes resistance. And if there's enough momentum to break through it, then we may bounce like this. So that would be a good place to buy if you're not in a trade on a short term, right? Like a 1 hour. So if you buy below here, below the 30 and sell above it, it's a good trade. Like take, for example, the last time it went below the 1 hour was here. And then if you calculate from here to the well, let's say you just follow the rule and sold on the top, that's 7.5, right? Because you're trading on a shorter term time frame. So you can't expect huge amount of like money. If you're trading on a 4 hour, then you can make more. So for example, you look at the bottom, which would be here, and you sell at the top, which did not really happen until now, which was right here. So that's 30%. See, the longer time frame, the more profit. So I certainly don't see this to be a huge profitable trade because it's on the 1 hour, but this is where sometimes I would use leverage trades, but not right now because we're retesting the bull support band, which is too risky. In this case, I will not use leverage trade. So, but I might buy more on a non-leverage trade like altcoins and things like that. So I hope that helps.
You bring up a good point though, about how, especially people who are new to trading, when we get a downward red candle like that, especially after, you know, a climb and then it's been steady for a while. Then people start to, they panic. It's like they can't help it. And their immediate thought is like, oh no, is this going to go back down? Because then I'm going to lose.
Yeah.
And just being in that emotional state, it just doesn't help you make great decisions. It's interesting when you actually, any chart that you look at, you just got to remember you're actually looking at a chart of emotions. That's what it is. It's all based on how people feel. When they're optimistic, they buy. And when they are nervous and think there's too much risk, they sell.
Yeah, you don't want to trade on emotion. You want to be good at knowing. For me, it's not about price prediction. It's all about risk management. So like, you know, when is it a low risk to buy, right? So my preferred method to buy is on the 4-hour RSI below the 30 zone, like here, is a lower risk, right? So usually if you buy in those zones, they're really good buys, right? That's usually where I would go, but we're not there. And if we're in a bull market, we're not going to go there right away. We probably will go there in April, maybe, but maybe not. Sometimes it does not, especially in the bull market. So if we change back to a bull and bulls are very strong, you may not even go below 30, but in a normal, you would go there maybe 10 times out of 12 months in a year. So that opens up 10 good trades in a year, right? Is what I'm saying. And sometimes in a bear market, you'll go there many times. And that's when you got to manage your risk more carefully. You don't go all in. But the times are going to come in the future when we are in a bull market and we can be stronger onto going all in during these 4-hour RSI on a strong support. So I would say like that.
Yeah. And once again, thanks for the analysis. And for everyone watching, just remember, as you learn more about how to trade, you're going to be more successful at it. And that's what we try to do in this channel. We try to help you understand how to trade from a much more strategic place. So if you have not done so, make sure you subscribe. And if you like the content, smash that like button. We are here every single day, bringing you the latest on what's happening with, especially with Bitcoin, but also with other coins as well. And until then, until tomorrow, happy trading.
Bye for now.